At this time, Chaplain Jay Valentine will give our opening prayer. Please remain standing for the posting of the colors.
Can we bow our heads, please? Lord, we thank you for all the good things that you have given to us. We honor these graduates who have successfully completed their training and stand ready to pursue their career in law enforcement. Thank you for these individuals who have followed their vocation in a time when our country is facing its greatest challenges and lawlessness threatens our democracy. May we stand as a thin blue line, arm in arm, shoulder to shoulder, and protect and serve our communities. Let us be strong, but not rude. Be kind, but not weak. Be humble, but not timid. Be proud, but not arrogant. Protect these graduates and their families each day and bless them. Bless our BSO training staff that have prepared these graduates and trained them to fulfill their calling. Bless our nation, our state and parish, and those today who are serving in law enforcement across our nation. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance, ready, recite! I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome you to the Bossier Parish Sheriff's Training Academy and the graduation ceremony for the recruit class 22. This class has had its fair share of trials, and I know at times the recruits weren't sure that this day would come, and to be honest, neither was I. But the day's finally arrived, and you have earned every bit of this celebration. Your class will go down in the Academy's history as being the first class to have been interrupted by a pandemic, but COVID didn't stand a chance against your perseverance and determination to finish strong. And thanks to Zoom, we were able to do just that. You all are to be commended for your flexibility because you were definitely thrown some curveballs, and for your accountability, as it's not easy to learn in an online format, and it requires much more effort than if you were in a traditional classroom. You all did it, and I'm incredibly proud of all of you. I'm so blessed to be able to carry the title of the Academy Director of the best academy in the state of Louisiana. But the reason that we're the best is because of the incredible staff that I get to work with on a daily basis. These guys and gals are not just some of the greatest instructors around, they're some of the best people that you'll ever meet. So let me introduce them to you. Guys, please stand as I say your name. Sergeant Jeremy Haas, Sergeant Joey Bowen, Sergeant Robert Teague, retired Captain Kenny Viola, Laurel Nairn, Monica Barnes, Mabry Grosjean, and Assistant Chief Bruce Tudge. This is your Academy staff. I'm sure you've heard of a few of the names throughout the Academy experience, so now you all can put a face with that name. Okay, thank you guys. At this time, I would like to introduce the Sheriff of the greatest parish in Louisiana. Sorry, guys. Bossier Parish Sheriff Julian Whittington.
Thank you, sir. I certainly agree with that. Thank you for finding your way out here this morning. To the chiefs and sheriffs, thank you for sending your young men and women up here to us. I always said every graduation, I can't promise you this is the easiest academy, but I can promise you it's the best. And we do all we can to prepare your people as best we can for what they're facing ahead of them. I have to recognize Sheriff Sexton here. This is his last rodeo, so to speak. He's been at this a long time, and he's going to retire here in a couple of weeks. And it's been an honor and a pleasure to work with him. I'll just sum it up, and this is country boy talk, and most of y'all know what I'm talking about. If Gary Sexton tells you it's snowing outside, get your boots. You don't have to go look, check, verify, or look behind you. That's the way it is. And I always respected that about him, and we're certainly going to miss him, but we're going to wish him the best. And I hear you're getting a new boat for retirement. No. But anyway, we're sincerely going to miss you. Sheriff Parker-elect, where'd you go? In the back there, we look forward to working with you, and he's leaving it in good hands. To the families this morning, thank you for, as I said, finding your way up here. I know it's really not on the beaten path, but your support to these folks is just monumental. You just probably really don't understand, fully realize what it means. You can't, and I use the word battle because that's what it's turned into, but you can't battle this job all day and then come home to battle the home life. It won't work. And the worry that you go through and the nights and the things that run through your mind, and it's a family deal, and it's hard on the families as well. And I certainly appreciate you allowing your loved ones to be a part of this, to work with us. But we're all about you folks, you guys and gals today. As Sarah pointed out, this has been the longest academy, the most unusual. Whoever thought we'd be learning the way we're doing it now. But you folks have persevered. A lot's happened in the last couple of months since y'all started the academy, obviously. Nobody's quit. A few washed out, I guess would be the right term, didn't make it, but nobody quit. You wouldn't be in this business if you're quitters. It's not for quitters. And you stood your ground, you've learned, you've advanced. Now the challenging part comes when you really have to apply what you learned, and it's not easy, and we all know that. But I appreciate you, I salute you, and want to wish you the best. I'm very proud of your accomplishment. Sarah's going to come back up and introduce D.A. Marvin. But let me just tell you real quick, she's going to read some things, but just let me tell you what I know about him. This year, concluding my term as president of the Louisiana Sheriff's Association, had a chance this year more than any to go around the state to different parishes and so forth. Let me tell you what, the DAs, district attorneys are not the same in every district. Some of the stories I've heard from some of the sheriffs is that their DAs, instead of looking for ways to prosecute and work with law enforcement, they look at ways to not prosecute. And that's not the case here. We do part of the job, but the rest of the job falls on the district attorney and the judges as well. But we have a great DA here, and he's always proven. Anytime we have something out of the ordinary, unusual, we need to meet with him. He sets it up. Andrew Jacobs, by the way, does an outstanding job and works with our folks on a daily basis. But what we do really wouldn't matter if it weren't for somebody further up the chain. We'll call it, doing the same. So we appreciate the support you do.
Mr. Skylar Marvin has been a DA for Bossier and Webster for about 17 years, is that right? Yeah, about 17 years. He received his bachelor's from LSU and his Juris Doctorate from Southern University. He serves on many different boards on community organizations, as well as being active in the community in other areas as well. As the sheriff just mentioned, he is a friend and supporter of law enforcement, and we appreciate him and his efforts. Mr. Marvin, thank you.
I actually did not know I was giving the keynote address until I walked in here a while ago. So y'all bear with me, but I told myself, of all the graduations from kindergarten on up, I don't remember who spoke at any of them, so I don't expect anybody here to remember anything that I say. And I know if I told myself that, I'd kind of lower, y'all's expectations would be lower than mine would too. I want to talk to you about two things. One, on a lighter note, is about a family justice center. All of y'all, graduates, will come upon a situation in your career where one spouse has committed violence on the other spouse. And some of it will be more severe than other cases. And some of you have bigger hearts than the person maybe sitting to your right or to your left. Some of you will be faced with usually a female that's sitting there with probably 2 small kids. She's had you know what beat out of her. She doesn't know where to go, doesn't have a place to go. And we, law enforcement, realized that years ago. And those of you that have a bigger heart will say, well, I can't just leave this lady out here with these 2 small children. Do I bring her home with me? That causes more problems than you think of. Do I go come out of my pocket and pay for a hotel room? That's problematic because you're not going to make a lot of money. So we had all these kind of uphill battles to climb, and we put our heads together and formed a family justice center. It's located in Bossier. I'm proud of that. It's not in Shreveport, it's in Bossier. And it's on Doctor's Drive, right behind the old Bossier Medical General Hospital. And we serve 9 parishes. And we probably serve more than that, just don't realize it. But when you get in those situations, you bring that person, usually it's a female, to the Family Justice Center. We'll take it from there. We'll find her a new place to live. We'll find her apartment, a home. Maybe she's got an uncle or somebody that's got a rent house that's available. We'll get the utilities turned on. We'll get her kid put in a different school system. That sounds easy. It's hard. The school system likes to fight about stuff like that. But if they're coming from Plain Dealing and they now need to be in Green Acres School, we'll handle that. All of it. It's a neat place. I'm really, really proud of it. Lots of officers, some of the Bossier PD officers, stop in there to get a Coke, cup of coffee, and type out a report in the air conditioning if their car air conditioner's not working. So it's centrally located, but we can transport people. We get them limited medical care, limited dental care for them and their children. It's a neat place. It took a big burden off, especially once we got further away down into other parishes. Once they figured out, golly, this helps a bunch. I didn't realize it was even available. It helps. It leaves your mind, it leaves your heart to help somebody like that. The second thing I want to talk to you a little bit more serious. I walked in today, I was talking to Ron in the back, and I said, it's a bad time to be a cop. And he said, really? And I said, well, let me rephrase that. It's a bad time to be a bad cop. With everything going on out there now, notwithstanding the pandemic, you see what's happening. You watch the news. There is a lot of trouble, and it's stuff is happening here in both of my parishes. It's very, very dangerous. You have been trained by the best of the best here, so you know what to do. I will tell you that every incident we've had in Bossier Parish in the last 5 years has been justified in case of excessive force. I hope that continues to be the case, but use what you're trained out here because it is dangerous out there. I would hate to see, there's places in the country, as Julian just mentioned, where DAs aren't friendly to law enforcement and they look for a way to go pick on somebody. Now, I said that, I'm going to tell you this. I have prosecuted former law enforcement people for stupid stuff, really stupid stuff. So, step back, take a breath, breathe, but use what you're trained to do by the best of the best here, and you'll be fine. So, again, I know nobody's going to remember anything that I said, but your family members that are here are embarking on a career that is unimaginable before this year. I can't predict the future, but I will tell you this, we'll get through this. I promise you, we'll get through this. The tide will turn, and the public will know that law enforcement is your friend. Keep it that way, and you'll be okay. Thank you.
Mr. Marvin, thank you very much. Appreciate you. All right, guys, it's time to present some Academy Awards, okay? Let me tell you what those are about. Throughout the Academy, there are 4 awards that are up for grabs. There's the Physical Fitness Award, the Firearms Award, the Academic Award, and the Honor Graduate Award. The Physical Fitness Award is given to the recruit who scored the highest on the physical fitness assessment. The scores are based off of the Cooper scale, which is scored by age and gender. The physical fitness assessment consists of 1-minute push-ups, 1-minute sit-ups, and a 1.5-mile run. This recruit averaged a 91% on the Cooper scale. The winner of the Class 22 Physical Fitness Award is Linda Bean, Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office. The Firearms Award goes to the recruit that had the highest qualification average on the post-firearms course. Each recruit must fire the post course 4 times. The award is given to the recruit with the highest average of the 4 courses combined. This recruit averaged a 119.5 out of a possible 120 points. The winner of the Class 22 Firearms Award is James Patterson, LSU Health Police Department. The Academic Award is given to the recruit with the highest overall grade point average. The recruits have weekly cumulative tests that test all the material they were taught the week prior, and then have a few other tests thrown in there as well. This recruit finished the Academy with a 95.25 cumulative GPA. The winner of the Class 22 Academic Award is James Patterson, LSU Health Police Department. The final award is the Honor Graduate Award. It's given to the recruit who has the highest score when the firearms scores, the physical fitness scores, and the academic scores were combined. This recruit must not only be at the top of his or her class in all categories, but they must also exemplify the ideals that make a great police officer. The Class 22 Honor Graduate Award goes to Bianca Gold, Grambling State University Police. At this time, I'd like to ask the class president for Class 22, Vertus Walker, to come to the stage as he has a presentation for the Academy.
How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Good. Sheriff Williamson, you doing, sir? Sir. Good to see you. But before we present to Sheriff Williamson, I'd just like to say to my classmates, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. part of my family now. If I can ever do anything for you, you know, I'm just a text message away. Parents and loved ones, thank you very much for being here. We appreciate your support. Appreciate you being with us through all of this craziness that's been going on. To our academy staff, I just want to say thank you so much for teaching us what right looks like, what right feels like, and knowing that we're going to do the right thing. You've instilled some very, very, very valuable values in us, and I'm from the bottom of my heart, I'm just internally grateful, so I just wanted to say thank you for that, okay? So with that being said, I'd like to present on behalf of our class plaque to Sheriff Whittington. We have our cool little COVID-19 symbol up there.
Thank you, Burtis, and he wanted to be sure and tell everybody that he's a Halton guy.
Now is the time you've all been waiting for. It's presentation of graduation certificates.
Flag, attention! Right, face!
Hannah Baker, Webster Parish Sheriff's Office. Linda Bean, Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office. Ivory Bowles, Grambling State University Police. Shannon Butler, Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office. Dominic Castellani, Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office. Alexander Davis, Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office. Kevin Evans, Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office. Bianca Gold, Grambling State University Police. Darian Hummel, Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office. Joe Martinez, Webster Parish Sheriff's Office. John McLean, Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office. James Morgan, Grambling State University Police. Tyler Nallett, Homer Police Department. James Patterson, LSU Health Police Department. Ryan Phillips, Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office. Megan Taylor, Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office. Reese Toole, Menden Police Department. Vertus Walker, Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office. Matthew Ward, Northwestern State University Police. In just a moment, Sergeant Haas will give the recruits the command to turn and face you. We'll give you guys a few minutes to take a class photo if you'd like to, so feel free to come in the aisle. Upon that dismissal, we invite you to join us for refreshments in this room just behind those double doors. There'll be cookies and punch. We'd like for you guys to hang out and celebrate and just mingle together and meet their friends and instructors that they've spent the last 16 weeks with. So please stay and join us for that. But before we start that dismissal process, as all of you know, Lieutenant Clint Robbins, some of you may have heard his name, is unable to be here with you today, but he's written you all a note and left what I believe to be some very heartfelt final thoughts. So I'm going to try to do this. He says, to my beloved little Yukadukes of class 22, I'm sorry I'm not able to attend your graduation ceremony. I'm sure that you're aware I'm in the hospital with my wife of 30 years, who's been recently diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. Once we got the news and the doctor left the room, she looked at me and said, sickness and in health, right? She remembered the oath that a much younger and better looking guy said to her and God all of those years ago. It's easy to keep promises when things are easy. But when adversity and uncertainty come along, we have to prove to ourselves and to whom we made our oaths what kind of stuff we're made of. Whether my wife is with me for 6 more months, 6 more years, or however long the Lord sees fit to keep her here, I will choose every day to be true to my word in that oath. And it is a choice. Every day we choose to be the people we are, and we alone bear responsibility. Each of you have taken oaths to support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the state of Louisiana. The words of your oaths do not even begin to define the expectations your agencies, your fellow officers, and the people you serve, much like the preacher didn't say cancer to me at the altar with my bride. The day you start your shift without the commitment to live up to the obligations you made is the day you should turn in your badge for the good of us all. Every day you must remind yourselves why you took your oath, and that you are accountable for the way you fulfill them to others in this life and to your Maker in the next. Do not forget that there is such a thing as objective and, more importantly, divine truth. In an era of situational ethics, hypocrisy, and outright lies, you must choose to hold yourself and others to your oaths. Speak plainly and act justly. I write this to you not only to fortify your resolve and courage going forward, but my own as well. I pray for you the same way thousands are praying for me. Let us all honor our word, uphold what is just, and keep the faith. God bless you, Clint. From myself and the staff, we are proud of you. Congratulations and be safe. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Class 22.